to deposits and it's only 8 a.m. Do it for the fam, I don't do it for the gram. Do it for my daughters, do it for my little man. That's my 2020, reason why I win. Lot of missed calls, looking bloody in my call log. I bet to myself, I'm not sorry that I logged off. Check my mental health, I was feeling like a lost dog. Bounce back and wipe my paws off. Get it off the humble and I stick to what I know. Nights on top of nights, long nights took a toll. Took some steps back, but I still get up and I go. And now you know, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, yeah. New Jeep, no doors with it, no. I won't stop now, who you kidding? Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma send it, I'ma send it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it. Pressure on me daily, got the family on my back. Dreams are getting bigger, put the city on my map. World inside my palm, but I'll try not to get attached. Moment that is here, could be over just like that. Fast car, no NASCAR. I was never working hard, I guess I'm mad smart. Top speed like a rocket, it was blast off. 6 figures from my couch without a mask on. Waiting for my cycle like a laundromat. Going to the moon, it's on top and that. 2 straight years of dropping back to back. Epidemic jumping like an acrobat. I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, yeah. New Jeep, no doors with it, no. I won't stop now, who you kidding? Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma send it, I'ma send it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it. Time to run it all. I wake up.
Good morning.
I wake up, flex, I'm down that check. No drip this, tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch. Tell them run it up. I wake up, flex, I'm down that check. No drip this, tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch. Tell them run it up. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turned to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number 1 up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ and Tom Brady. I wake up, flex, thumb down that check. No drip this, tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch. Tell them run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down that check. No drip this, tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch. Tell them run it up. Y'all gon' make me take that trip way out to Europe. I call up Nigeria, come through in a hurry. Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried. One false move, find yourself, they getting buried. Dance with the devil, used to love playing those games. Made some bad decisions that brought my mama pain. I made a promise to her, swore that I would change. I'm on the come up, bet I live up to my name. I wake up, flex, I'm down that check. No drip this, tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch. Tell them run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down that check. No drip this, tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch. Tell them run it up.
Good morning all. Yes sir, hope everyone is well, hope everyone is good, happy. Today is Thursday. Let's get it. Gold is just dumping, man. Gold is dumping. Look at this. Seems like move is completing itself here. Took up 1 hour ago. Yeah, this was really nice, this one up here. What time was it? 9:30. I wasn't looking. I should have came to the charts at 9:30. I'm so happy printing hard right now, bro. If you're in sells, you're cooking now. If you haven't taken sells, you need to stay out right now. Probably might be, we'll see what's happening here. Definitely a significant push right now. You know, what was that? Let's see from here. What have we done now? 1,000 pips, 1,100 pips. Wow. Very interesting. 1,100 pip move. Still continuing. Type of a crash? Yeah, definitely some heavy downside here. Just smashing through all levels. Start to mark up some of what levels we have down here. Thanks to Trump. Yeah, should be in from sells from like late last night, would have been really nice. Around this time here. Like just before 11 o'clock, 10:30 p.m. Dubai time. Then you hold that into the next day. That's the way to be in. Sucks seeing that not being a part of it. Yeah, always woulda, coulda, shoulda, you know? You just have to be, like, to catch these type of moves, guys, you have to be at the charts maybe more than 15 hours a day. Because it's not coming at the times you trade, right? So you either make a decision. You trade more long-term or you wait for one of these things to happen, right? That was right when the FOMC press conference, after it, right? So you look to capitalize after it, so... Yeah, this is FOMC right here, 10:30, so you can't trade during that. Then yeah, you'd have to actually get in below here. Probably somewhere here. Because hard to trade during FOMC, you know? Then you'd get in somewhere here. Or you stay up, you just stay up. Catch some of this continuation. Asian session, you stay up during Asian, wait for the pullback. Yeah, you'd have to stay up all night. Unless you just skip this session, but you could have missed something, right? It's always that, you know, you could have missed something. So you wouldn't know because this could have reversed here. You might have got the close below here. And then you can take a sell. So like long term, like this didn't come. So you would be waiting for that since here. So this is like 5 a.m. So you would need to wait from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. until it eventually closed below. You know, and then this gave you no top wick, so it's very hard to enter. This is a setup as well, but the top wick is the problem. If you had a top wick, it's valid. Let's see on broker. Oh yeah, you did. So yeah, that's valid. So then you wouldn't have to wait till 5 a.m. You would have to wait till 9. Yeah, 5 till 9. It's a long time to wait, man. You know? So that's the thing. You either come to the chart and you're lucky that there's a setup right there when you come to the charts. Or you just, you have to stay up that session, man. You have to stay up, you know, long term. And it's going to exhaust you, you know, being at the charts for 15 hours plus a day. In the beginning, I used to do it, you know, to gain experience and I was just addicted. So it's how that is. But after a while, you're just like, you know, these moves come and go and there'll be times where you capitalize it and times where you don't. And you just get used to it, you know, you get used to it. But at the end of the day, it's also randomness, right? Because it's something outside of what you're doing. So analysis for today, man, we are just at lows right now. We don't know when this is going to stop. It's not respecting any structures here, right? We're not respecting this structure. Let's see if we respect this maybe. Put it as 15, who knows? But we're just continuing down. Nothing really much we can do selling lows like this. We want to be in from higher prices. So we need pullbacks here. We need pullbacks. Look at 5 minute. Wow. One green candle for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 candles here. And yeah, we're not seeing any you know, we're not seeing any type of continuation. So yet, until we get a pullback for me. So I don't want to see that type of thing. Is this what fuck? No, just over yesterday. I'm going to explain everything. I do have it open here. I'm just waiting for more people to show up so they don't ask me. We'll just do a quick analysis. Then I'll explain why the markets dump. You'll see similar dumps. Indices as well dumping down. So if we look at daily on NASDAQ here, we're very, very close to daily support here. Basically almost finished the range. 4-hour time frame. We tried to bounce a little bit but failed that bounce. 1 hour time frame here. We have 1 hour time frame sitting at the lows. Basically the worst place to sell. A lot of rejections from here, a lot of lows being here. What you need to see support below the range. Selling at the range here, bit kamikaze, you know. So I want to see something like this. Is nice structure we have on 15. So if we can get below the 15-minute range, might be more interesting than the 1 hour range. But breakout sells, yeah, they can be an option. The breakout sells, they can be an option. I prefer to see good structure, but we do have good structure. You know, this is great structure here, but we need to get below that 15 level before I trust it myself, right? Because again, selling full lows here, huh? Full lows. What I mean is this is going to be the lowest point of the day we're about to sell. So it's always risky selling the lowest point of the day, as you're not guaranteed continuation, right? Again, this was a better sell up here. 715, beautiful sell. Change of structure. Let's see what DAX is doing to join the fun. DAX has very cool levels here. I remember looking at it. Massive daily candle close, moving down towards that daily support. 4 hour time frame tanking as well. No pullbacks. 4 hour time frames, a bit of hesitation here. 1 hour time frame does have structure. This current 1 hour made a top wick, trying to flip to have this level here. Sitting at a support here. See how that looks on 15. Kind of where that zone is. So pretty similar to NASDAQ, selling lows if we have to. Obviously the risk involved with that is clear. If we're going to lose a position, it's going to be more likely going to be the one that you sell lows, but it's an unknown because we have so much potential volume. Again, we could have the downside of where London just ranges. That is a possibility today, guys. And it will try to break the lows here, reverse back inside the range. You lose the trade. We range, and then we continue. Right? So what do we have to do? We need to just see how price forms here and then make an analysis. If we can get pullbacks, it's always going to be better. It's always going to be better. And we can trade that. Now, a lot of guys are talking about London Open. Yeah, London opens in 1 hour, but we don't trade London Open itself. We trade from pre-London to London Open. That's the best time because we have Frankfurt Open right now. Think of it like NY and NYSE. Same type of concept. So this is the plan today. Plan is actually just to let price action develop here. We've come to a market that is mostly moved. I do want to give a little bit of an analysis of what happened yesterday. So yesterday was FOMC. Again, as I expected, they kept rates the same. There was no chance they moved the rates. I mean, there was very, there was a very small chance that they do anything with the rates. But I have pulled up from the official website, federalreserve.gov, what they said over yesterday. So this is the official website. I'm going to summarize and tell you what each paragraph has been saying. So paragraph 1, they speak about how the job sector has been growing, right? So that's healthy for them. Good labor market. gives them opportunity to reduce interest rates. But I'm going to show you what they're doing here, and it's very smart and it makes sense. So they're saying, like, the unemployment rate has, been okay, but the job gains have remained low. Okay, so what they do is they say, okay, indicators suggest that economically have been expanding, but jobs remained kind of low and unemployment rate is unchanged. So unchanged unemployment rate, not a bad thing, but they're saying jobs kind of low, but we're growing. So they're contradicting. This contradicting creates this uncertainty in the market. Then they say inflation remains elevated. This statement alone is super important. Why? Because if inflation is remaining elevated, they do not have the chance to reduce interest rates, because interest rates control the inflation, right? The higher they keep interest rates, they can try to lower inflation with that. So that's what we're seeing. That's what we're seeing. So they're fighting against that. That's why we're seeing this dump on indices, why we're seeing this dump on gold. Everything's dumping because of why? Because of the simple fact that we have a lower chance of reducing interest rates, which is positive for risk on environment. So people are getting out of their positions. Okay. The second paragraph here is just talking about they want to reach that 2% target. But this is also key. They are uncertain about the developments in the Middle East and the economy. Uncertain. This word is very problematic because it gives no clarity. Again, they are not hinting at clarity, right? They're saying we are uncertain. We don't know, right? We don't know what's going to happen. So if you are an investor and you are someone with money in the market, uncertainty is not something you like. You're going to be like, okay, market is at not a bad point. I'm going to take profits out of this, reposition, get better entries. Okay. On top of that, they're hinting at risks of both sides of the dual mandate that they have. Right? So this paragraph, they speak about how they kept the interest rates the same. In considering the extent and timing of additional adjustments to the range for the Federal Reserve Committee carefully assesses incoming data and the balance of risks. Tells you nothing. They are telling you nothing. They are just writing nothing. The committee is strongly committed to supporting maximum employment and returning inflation to 2%. We already know that. So they're telling you again nothing. Right? And then here they just tell you about how they're going to monitor and they will manage risks and they will, just look at all the news events that are coming up. So yesterday FOMC is showing uncertainty in the market. Market doesn't like uncertainty. So what's the reaction? Is we see, right? We see that the market starts to pull back. So if we compare to what's happened before, this is something that we've been having for about almost 3 months now. 3 months, we've been having a similar tone from the Federal Reserve. They've been kind of hinting at the same thing, right? They've been kind of saying the same thing last month, the month before, okay? And we get this uncertainty. Why? Because we're on gold. As much as it is a safe haven, it is also a risk on asset, meaning that this is something that people put their money in to grow. So with very high prices, the highest prices in history, people naturally want to start to take profits. So why we drop so aggressively now? This is coming into a bit of domination from the oil uncertainty here that is leading into domination from the Dixie here, right? So we can see how the Dixie here is also remained very strong positioning while the rest of the market continues down thanks to oil uncertainty, right? People are moving money into dollars. They're moving money into dollars. If we look at the 10 years, right? Right? 10-year bonds also creeping up back to that 4%. Keep in mind, we were at 3.3% on basically less than a month ago. A 1% increase in bonds is massive, guys. That shows the market is going into a protective decade, not a risk on, right? Because how it works is when the bond market does well, We see money leave what? We see money leave the risk on assets, right? Because they're putting money into bonds. So that's why the bond market has gone up. Bond market's gone up because they're taking money out of risk on assets, putting it in bonds to allow it to grow there. So this is very important to understand the long-term positioning of the market. So right now, pullbacks are actually sell opportunities. Same thing with stock market. Pullback are sell opportunities. We have not had a crash. It has been extremely choppy, guys. Look at this choppiness. So we're not crashing. We're just slowly melting, you know, very, very slowly. The only thing that is crashing harder is gold. Gold is actually seeing some heavy legs down here as we start to resolve this top of the range here and start to come down maybe as low as 4,500s. Now, where are we going to go on gold? There's no doubt that it's not out of the ordinary to see 46.65 daily support. Okay? There's no doubt about that. Daily is over, you know, is due for some sort of pullback soon. Where we're at, not too bad to see a pullback from where we're at. A little bit of more painful downside makes sense. It makes sense. Right where we're at, this daily support, we can wick below it now and end up respecting it right now. Very possible. Where we're at, 4-hour support, this could be it. We have a little bit of a demand zone here, right? This is a 4-hour demand zone, right? Starting from 4,720. You understand? So we're at this 4-hour demand zone from 4,720 all the way down to 4,650. Now, obviously, demand zones are cool because they give us an area of interest, but it's a wide area of interest. Meaning, in between this zone, we could either bounce from here. We can see how that lines up with our structures. These are all potential bounce zones, which can lead into further lower high before reaching that target, which is the daily support there as well. Also, the previous liquidity zone before our upside move here. Now remember, this upside move led us into being the liquidity, right? This led us being into the liquidity before we've had this resolution of downside. That is where the low was created. That was the liquidity base low of where we gathered orders, where we respected, right? Before creating this move to give us a rally to lead into this lower high. So somewhere around here would be, you know, not a bad idea to see at least a bounce. Understood? Yeah, everyone's song is on. So hopefully that makes sense. That's some pretty in-depth analysis. Unfortunately, there's only 200 people here to listen to that analysis. People are a bit lazy to show up because they see a dump in the market and they're like, I'm not trading this. But there's a lot of information to be gained. So I would appreciate a like for that, guys. And to support the stream, you know the drill. Hate to say it, part of the game. Get the likes up at least to 100. My morning is complete now, the song. So now that we're bouncing here, it's not bad for us, right? It's not bad because we want to see some relief. How can I learn fundamental analysis? From Google, man. Google, ChatGPT can train you as well. I teach it in the group every single Sunday webinar. We do fundamental analysis, part of my webinars. So it's a big part of my trading to understand what fundamentally is happening in the markets. And I set a specific day. So every Sunday before market open on Monday, I sit down and I talk about what happened fundamentally this week, small recap. And I also talk about next week what we have in terms of fundamentals, news events, what we can see, because this helps us with bias. right? And we do that alongside key levels we have in the market. We look at gold, we look at NASDAQ, we look at all the pairs we're trading, and we put those fundamentals saying, if we have X and we're at zone X, this should create something, right? This should create something. It will not be a big bounce towards the upside. We don't know. We don't know. Thanks for the analysis, Harry. I was not paying attention to the bonds. I had no idea that they were part of the market. Big part, you know. Because you have to realize, where's this money going? Money going into dollar, they're putting in bonds. Because they want to keep their assets growing. They want to hedge their assets against inflation. They're still losing money on inflation. Harry, did you trade the rally in gold yesterday? No, I didn't trade a rally in gold. I don't think this was a good enough rally here. You know, not a very good rally to trade for upside.
Hey, Harry.
Yo, man.
I decided to, like you said, ask DeepSeek about the gold. A bunch of stuff, but the interesting is big banks like JP Morgan, they still have a target of 6,300 target for the end of the year. That's interesting, I guess, right?
Yeah, I mean, but end of year, you never know what happens. Did they have a target that they're gonna send missiles to the UAE? No, I mean, you know, no one expected there to be missiles in the UAE, you know. This is the point. And also, if you asked them back then about missiles in UAE, they would have said gold would have went up because it's a you know, fundamental thing. Anyways, we have this candle closing below here potentially in about 1.5 minutes. Trying to break out here. Very big stop loss though we're dealing with, but we can run stop loss maybe using 5-minute time frames here. So let's see. Hopefully we don't dump last 1 minute. If we do, then this has been quite, I don't know what the word I'm looking for, quite usual with this market behavior. 30 pips is not bad, but that's about it. Anything more is going to be issue. So we want to see this next 1 minute create some sort of bullish candle here for us to break. There's daily on future right below us. Yeah, it's with that gap. Depends how it will be gapped up or gapped down. We don't know. But if we draw it on the upside, we have a little bit of room. Not the most amount of room. So let's keep an eye on it. If it reacts from there, then we get out. You know what I mean? You will be in profit by then, that time. That's about 52. But we're rejecting here. We might close above last 6 seconds. See? This is why we have to wait for close. Ooh, very interesting. What are we doing? So we closed below here. We're above the 5-minute, which I don't like. 15 is a long rejection wick. Oof. I personally don't like this with where we are in the market position, guys. It's too risky for me. Too risky for me. I need to see a 5 close below here. On futures, we have a daily support around here. It matches this daily support. Basically the same. So how we would have to sell this is get the same close, but we're break even here. It's literally the same. So you have to be very aggressive with break even in this type of position. But if you look here, we have a very beautiful LTA. So with volume, it's not going to be a problem. We will push through at least to give us something. But if we immediately reject it, it's literally going to be such a boring position to where we get in, taps it, comes back, taps entry, you're out. But you have to deal with it like that because we don't know, you know, we don't know. This is a weakness pattern, head and shoulders as well, showing us weakness. After grabbing liquidity, if it closes below now, it would be a nice sell. Maybe, yeah. If that candle goes above 4 hour, could be a buy on NASDAQ. You know, I do like the idea of buying NASDAQ, but I prefer to do this during NY. I feel like if we're going to reverse, we're going to reverse from NY. But we could try. We could try. There's no harm in trying. But probably above here. 24.44, something like that. Or maybe tightly above here to reach here. Like, we need to see how we close. So if we are something like that, we could try trade through here. It's a little bit more difficult. What's wrong with only closing above 4 hour structure? What do you have? You have no range, man. What are you going to do? You're going to put your stop loss here for 50 pips stop loss. You have a range here of 15 pips. Then you have to go break even. And then you get stop break even. And then you're holding, you know, it becomes headache. Yeah, LTA, exactly, correct. Above here, it's full clean sailing. You have 59 pip range clean. So what I'm saying is if we get a nice little close here, you could try to get here and see if it pushes through. But if it's going to be closing somewhere here, nothing you can do, right? Because it's just not worth it. You could still try and see if it bounces. Also, we don't like, look, 1 minute is just pushing straight now. Again, a little bit random price action. Please check gold. I'm on gold right now. You see what I mean? How it's just, this is what I mean, for you, it makes total sense. In my mind, I need to realize, like, for you, it's not a bad thing to us. But for me, this is exactly what I expect. Price just to be random. Pump here in few 1 minute candles, right? And then do nothing. You know, get stuck in here or pull back and you're stuck. Like, this is what people need to understand about a system. You guys are very wired to see online something that every day there's a quick scalp here, quick scalp there. Yeah, you could find a tiny scalp here or there every single day. You could give yourself a shot. But if you want a solid position, there could be a time where you're waiting for 2 weeks, man, and you not fire a bullet, you know? But in a whole year, that's going to be better. And sometimes it's better. Now, it's rare that you will not fire a bullet in 2 weeks. I think then you're being too conservative because there will be options. But it's totally possible that you fire in 2 weeks 2 bullets and both of them lose, but it's only 2 losses. Like, you have to realize that time in trading is something that you can't let dictate your emotions. I'm going to repeat that again, guys. I want you all to listen. Time in trading is something you can't let dictate your emotions, because as time goes on doesn't mean you need to be more anxious to take a trade, that something needs to happen, that you need to make money now, that this 2 weeks will feel like an eternity if you're not pressing buttons, taking trades. It will feel like an eternity. It felt like an eternity for me when I've been through that. It's just you guys lack experience, right? But in a whole month, 2 weeks is not a long time. Even if you end that month up 3%, that is great. That is great. That is a positive month. In trading, not every month might be positive, especially when you're someone who doesn't have 5+ to 10+ years of experience. Like, that's what it takes. If you're pressured to pay bills on a weekly basis, this is not the game. You need to be running. You could run 2 months negative, and then you can win very heavily. And this is how trading works. Don't you feel so alive? About what? This game is a luxury? Yeah, but the point is that, like yesterday, I can pull out 5K, and that's why I did that yesterday, okay? I pulled out 5K because I knew that this market condition is tricky. Yesterday is tricky market, and I, as a rule, whenever I feel like something is tricky, that 5K was like money that I can play with. And I know to some 5K is a lot of money, and you want to be in a position where you can play with 5K. But for me, that's like money where I'm going to make stupid decisions, and I can take 5 losses in a row, risking $1,000 each, okay? And just waste that 5K. Is it going to affect me long term? No, but I rather have it in my pocket, right? Still 5K. I don't care. You see online your freaking gurus making 300K, you know? This is the honest truth. So that's why I pull it, because I'm like, otherwise I'm just going to do random shit and I'm just going to blow it, you know? Like, we have to remember, guys, you know? We are human. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to do different things that are not helping your P&L. If we're in some sort of war and the market is super uncertain and moving randomly, yeah, there's moves. But there's moves outside of something you're used to. So do you really have an edge on it? No, you have to be there, right place, right time. There's setups. If I was at the charts looking at it at a setup at 9:15 a.m., I'd make money. You know, I make money. But what if you do that all throughout the year? You start to lose money, right? Can I have a look at silver? Yeah, let's see what silver is doing. Same type of thing on gold here. Looks really the same as gold, to be honest. Daily is even worse market position. Yeah, I don't like selling silver from where we are on silver. Silver looks like we're at a bottoming zone. Yeah, silver is very low in the range. So silver only pullback trades. Yeah, it's like a bounce soon, man. There has to be one more catalyst for us to break through here again. You know, we need to see some sort of crazy shit happen in the market.
Harry, could it be that gold just created a major macro range, like between 5,500 and 5,000, and it's just gonna kind of
Definitely bounce between that for
Yeah.
100%, man. It likes to do that, you know? But the thing is, we don't like those ranges when it's impulsive between them. Meaning, you have days and weeks of nothing, and then within one evening, shoot, you go and you take up that whole range. You know, because we've been sitting through pain for the last, look at this. This is what we've had to sit through, right? We've been sitting through all this shit for the past basically 5 days, a week.
Yep.
And we don't have any different fundamental changes, right? There's still been a war. There's still been fights in the Middle East. All of that has still gone on.
Hopefully the way back up will be during our trading times, though. Those LTAs will help, right?
Yeah, I mean, these LTAs do help, but we want whenever there's like a move, like, remember when we had the interest rates? That was nice because we had continuation. Like, we can come to the market and different days would push different ways, you know? Even here, like, push down very heavy, but then we pull back and we get nice continuation, nice continuation, nice continuation. This will allow you to capitalize off a move. Yeah, you might not be in from here unless you timed it well, which you can definitely time things well, but it doesn't always happen, you know?
Yeah.
This be a valid entry silver 5 minute? Yeah, it would be if you're looking on the 5 minute, yeah. Harry, I made $300 on gold a couple of hours ago. I only have $8 left now. Crazy Dump took it back. Damn, bro. You need to have a plan, man. How can you make $300 and have $8? Like, what was your original risk? You know, you need to have risk management, man. I mean, it's totally normal for that to happen. So many people tell me the same story, you know? Which contract are you using? MNQH6 or NMQM6? Should be M6, yeah. Should be M6 that Top Step provide. Let's have a look. Yeah. M6. Are you still using Top Step, bro? Yes, I'm still using Top Step. I might change, but to who? They're not giving me any problems yet. Do you have a Telegram channel? Official Telegram channels are in the description. FTMO better? FTMO is not a futures prop firm, but yeah, FTMO is a good prop firm, man. Bro, can you turn your mic up? You want 100% volume? Are you sure you want 100% volume? I can put my volume 100%. If you want 100% volume, I'll put it. But you're the one who's going to be tortured here. So you let me know if you want 100% volume. I can do it. My mic has power. Why not? Mic has power. Put the mic to 100 and sing. Do the 100%, do it? No. We already tried the 85 and you saw what happened at the 85. That was nothing? My man has been to too many concerts, bro. Harry, how to stop buying high and selling low? You don't press buy when you're buying high and you don't press sell when you're selling low. That's it. That's how you stop. What do you want me to tell you? You want me to tell you to make some magic formula? You mix pepper and clove seeds with water and you get some manuka honey. If you put it together, then you'll stop doing that? I mean, you answered your question by asking.
Harry.
Yo, man.
Morning, bro. Would you be keen on actually selling gold, especially with this 30-minute closing bullish? Honestly, below the 5.
It's rough. It's rough.
Yeah. Even NASDAQ is cooked as well.
A little bit. DAX can close above the 5. Yeah, that might be something here. The only problem is we fight a bit of bias, and I don't like DAX is where we're bouncing from. We bounce from this old daily support here, yes. Is it enough to give us a bounce for London session is the question. I like how we're having weaker candles on the 4-hour. That is something I like, but if this bounce will be more of a scalp, if anything. It's not going to be a full bounce, you know? Because we do have nice liquidity grab to the low, 15-minute change of structure, 30-minute hasn't. Yeah, we have the 30-minute as well. It makes sense. We can keep an eye on this. So gold here is trying to dump. It's really hard to sell at these lows, boys. Really hard to sell at these lows. You know, this is where we get slapped. We could try maybe another 15-minute candle close.
No, the issue on the 15, Harry, is, especially in this market condition, you wait for the extra confirmation, it just gives you the push.
Yeah, or you just try take the push and then it reverses. That's the other problem.
Yeah.
That's like a damned if you do, damned if you don't, you know?
100%.
You know, we have to like this leg started from here. It's a 780 pip leg, you know? It's out of the recent week we've had. This is the biggest volume, you know? So last time we had one, it was one leg last time. It's not two. Look, we had one big push. That was it. One big push. Is that going to be it? We don't know, because it was it last time, right? We even had the similar thing where we had a bullish candle close below, bullish candle maybe close below, but it didn't continue. It reversed.
Yeah, at least I gave you a chance to go BE.
Yeah. I like to play a bounce today, if anything, you know, it makes more sense. But are we ready to bounce? Or is London gonna range? Like, could be just cooked here again. NASDAQ trying to get below, that's interesting actually. How long till this 59 minutes? Shit, man. See, this is the problem, because NASDAQ loves to do this. No structure, close below, this is a 50-50. Either two things will happen. Reverse back in the range, or you're just gonna drive. If this gave us 1 to 2 on average, risk to reward, not half, sorry. 1 to 2 risk to reward on average, we could actually take these with low win rate. But the target is PDS. Harry, brother, you're playing CS now or you completely dump it? No, man, I still play, of course. I still play. I don't grind as hard. I'm not level 10 anymore. I've D-ranked. I'm level 9 now these days only. I'm level 9 these days on Faceit. But I still do play. I still do play. I love it. Still have my skins and stuff like that. What do you mean, come on now? How greedy? Oh, bro, just level 9? Bro, I used to be so serious into CS, bro. Like, full, like, I'm telling you, full serious. You got any crazy skins? I can show you my inventory. Let's see. I don't have... Well, how's my own inventory private? Hello. This is probably... I don't know how... This is probably my best skin here. That's my Karambit Doppler factory new. That is my best skin. All 4 more trades went into skin? No, I actually gambled my way up to that. Bro, I was playing with this guy. He's so toxic. He's hating on my profile. This guy's hating on my profile now. Man, even in CS, people want to hate. 9,000 hours and he's not level 10, bro. 9,000 hours and he's not level 10. Is he stupid or what? 9,000 hours and he's not level 10. Like, how many hours do I have on Counter-Strike? Where's my hours? I only have 1,900 hours, guys. 1,900 hours on CS? Like, that's nothing. I have 1,900 on CS. And this guy is, and I'm level 10 and this guy's commenting this, bro. Let's go play games with him. I love trolling, bro. It's so fun. Okay, nice rejection here, guys. We have about 4 minutes for the 15 to close, guys. Let's see how we close in 4 minutes, boys. 4 minutes. Bro, have you bought the Lambo we talked about? Oh, I don't like Lambos. Oh, I don't hate them, but you know.
Harry, you know Nas?
Yeah.
Because we've just had a bullish 5 minute there. Now if you can get a close below that with the 15, would you take that, do you think?
It's a shot, you know, it is risky.
It's because it'd be to
Obviously.
blow that daily in the 4 hour, would it not?
Yeah, it's obviously risky. How many years have you traded? When did you become profitable? After 2 years profitability, I've traded for 6 years. 2.5. Gold as well, yeah, but gold is like, we've dumped a lot more than NASDAQ, right? We've dumped way more than NASDAQ. It could be okay to sell, but at least NASDAQ hasn't dumped as much. I only worry about the daily on NASDAQ. We're so close to it. Literally, it's where our entry is. We might have to try a wick fill entry. Let's see. NASDAQ snap back. Yeah, it's obviously always a concern, but gold could also snap back. I mean, how much risk do we have on gold here? 180 pips here for 150 pips, you know? Unless we just absolutely melt. We will see in 2 minutes though. In 2 minutes we'll get a lot of information. If we can close below the 5, if the 5 closes bullish back in the range, we'll know. We'll get all the information. Man, gold has a lot of volume. That's too deep now. NASDAQ is due some volume. $26 aggressive break even. Let's see in 30 seconds. I want to see top wick and then we have to break low. Oh, interesting rejection. But still have something there. I'm staying out, not interested. See if we close below the 1 minute. I will consider it if we close below the 1 minute. Yeah, that's why I need this close below the 1 minute. I just don't like this rejection. And gold, I had to take impulsive entry, maybe breaking this low or something. That was the way to get into gold, is impulsive entry, which I don't like doing all the time. What's your biggest winning in the day? 10K. That impulsive entry made a lot of sense. Yeah, you took it, Ahmed. What will you get if you join the community? You get mentorship from me, man. So it's not like a course. Course these days are a waste of time, but you get mentorship. So I will take you through your trading, answer your questions. You get to trade live with us in NY session as well. We have daily NY session streaming. On top of that, you get an access to a whole course anyways. That's just part of the membership. If you're looking to be a serious prop firm trader or something like that, and you need structure, you need, to be part of a community, hold yourself accountable, good group of guys, be part of a team, man, something bigger. Or if you just want to, depends, if you're serious about trading and want to make money, or if you just want to scroll the internet and you don't really care, Like right in there, it gives you the exact access to be, hey, I want to trade, I want to get started, I want to, follow along, learn how to make money, follow a system, have a strategy, and be able to speak to someone on a daily basis, speak to me without paying thousands of dollars. Because most mentors, if you try find a channel, you're not going to get to speak to them. My community is tight-knit. You get to speak to me. I always close it. Like there's 2 spots left in the community and then it will stop. It will stop till next month. It's always the way. We allow around 10 people in per month. And people can tell you how many people join in this community, and they can see the numbers of people in Zoom. We don't have 1 month Zoom increase by 20-30 people. We never do that because I need it controlled. I think there's, yesterday when I checked, there's 2 spots, and then we close. How much per month? All on the website, man. $70. I'll save you the headache, but you can watch this video as well if you want more information, or for anyone who wants to join. Don't waste time contemplating what you want. Like if you want to get good at the skill, you need to invest a little bit before a prop firm. I hate well worth it. I wish I joined earlier. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. What's your question, Alex?
It's basically, so obviously that NASDAQ, obviously the 5 closed below, but it's a bit of rejection, and the 1 minute didn't close.
Yeah.
Obviously this is a situation I've had a few times. That closed with the 15, yeah. So would you, in that situation, see that on there, if that obviously was a bit of a better close, would you run 15 stops or 5 minute stops? Because I've been like, obviously the 5 is a quick.
Both are valid. Both are valid. I would run the 5 stop to be more aggressive and get more risk to reward. But if I didn't trust the position, like on a breakout, we should break out, if that makes sense. If it snaps back in the range, right?
You think you've lost either way, if it's a 15 or the 5?
You know what I mean? Yeah, like look at it now. Snap back in the range, you would have lost on the 5. On the 15, look, you almost had stop loss now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's happened a few times, that's all. Cause I was like, I don't know if I should use the 15 all the time, because it's obviously like safer stops, or like, it's a bit, sometimes it's hard to choose between the 2.
Yeah. if I buy the 5 months, then I get it immediately. Yeah, both ways you get in immediately, but 5 month we don't limit spots. The big difference with the 5 month is it's cheaper. If you calculate month by month, it's cheaper by about 25%. And the biggest one with the 5 month is that you actually get a one-on-one session with me. No extra charge. It's included. So that's the biggest one, man. People charge thousands of dollars for singular one-on-one sessions, but I decided to do something a bit different and be like, hey, if this person is committing to join us for 5 months, I'm gonna jump one-on-one with him and give him an exact plan of what goals we want to achieve, how he's gonna achieve that, what path to take, instead of being lost, right? Hi, can I change my 1 free month to 5 month? What do you mean change your 1 free month to 5 month, bro? How? You won 1 free month, not 5 months free. That's not fair. He tried. Oh, you mean after that? Yeah, of course. If you want to continue joining. That would be interesting though. If you could let me know. So since you joined for free, how are you finding it? You like it? You don't like it? You know, because this guy is not joined. This guy just joined because he was able to join for free. What do you think, bro? Let us know. So you won't play this move? Let's have a look at this move, man. This is NASDAQ. No, I won't play this move. I won't play this move just yet. Do we see how we're this like lower, low, lower, high? Same thing happened back here. We broke structure. You see this? I'm going to show you this. See this? Look what happened. We tried again. Look what happened. I don't want this being the same thing. Yes, I love it, Harry. I just struggle with a lot of work to make it the way I want. That's fair, but at least you got to try. But yeah, of course, you can join monthly. You can join whatever after. I don't got support on gold. It's far. I've already touched it. I'll show you how I drew this. This is just a tiny support. But you can see how we are still respecting it. It's not a 15. Where did I find it on? It was either a 30 minutes, something like that. I found it somewhere. Maybe it was even as low as a 5, man. Maybe I went crazy and I went on a 5. I think I did do that. Let me see. No, I don't know. I think I forgot how I drew this actually. But it's somewhat accurate. I drew it somehow. Maybe it was the 1 hour. I drew it somehow, but it's accurate as hell. No, that's a mystery, man. That's a mystery. I don't know how I drew that, but it's freaking accurate, huh? I actually don't know how I drew that. What? Now I've confused myself. But whatever I drew, it's accurate. It's working very well. So I don't know what mastery this is, but it's working. So we're going to go with it. We're going to go with it, boys. We're going to go with it. We're going to go with the flow. Four hour? Did I draw it on 4 hour? Let me check. No, I didn't draw it on 4 hour. Maybe I drew it on 3 hour. No, I didn't draw it on 3 hour. Maybe I pressed 2 hour by accident. No, I didn't draw it on 2 hour. What? Did I draw it on a 1 minute? Am I that nuts? No, I wouldn't have been bothered to. No, you can't even scroll back that much. I don't know, man. But we're gonna go with it, guys. We're gonna go with it. It's accurate for now. So NASDAQ. Sorry again for the confusion. No, man, I'm only joking. It was funny. It's only funny. Look at this NASDAQ, right? So on NASDAQ here, we're tapping this previous daily support here. This could be our sell opportunity coming. The question is, can we wait 3 minutes here for the close below, or do we have to act now? Because this previous daily support may be some headaches. Excellence, you saw what I did, what I told you, how it's the same pattern. We break structure but reverse. I'm just gonna call you from your first name from now on, though, because Excellence is a weird way to call you. So 2 minutes for this candle to close. Yes, it might go without us. We have no 1 minute structures. I'd love to see a little bit of 1 minute structure. We could just sell right now like this and take the risk. But 2 minutes is not too long. I'm happy to be a bit more relaxed today. You know? 2 minutes is not too bad here. Plus, I want smaller stop loss, if I'm being honest. I want to run this 5 stop loss. Instead of running, even if we took it break of lows here, it's like 39 pip stop loss. It's rejecting the futures daily. Yeah, let me mark it. Yeah, that's why waiting for the 5, we could also get a close below there on a 5, you know? Double trouble. Yeah, I marked it the same. All right, 43 seconds. This is also going to be the 1 hour close, guys, here. So keep this in mind. 1 hour close, 15-minute close, 5-minute close. We could get some volume for a little bit of a dump. Let's see how this goes. I want to see a good top wick here. And then some continuation. But we need to see a close below. Needs to close below. Oh, it's rejecting last 20 seconds. Very interesting. Man, why you do this to us? Alright, not the best close. We could scalp on a 1 minute though. Because we do have the 1 hour close, right? That is an important close, the 1 hour. So scalping on the 1 minute with a break below this low here is an option. We're creating some good structure now. I'd like to see what gold has done here for the open. 1 hour no bottom wick, very interesting. Gold is mental. How did DAX do on the open? Oh, we're trying, but there's 4 minutes till this candle close here. Let's see how 15 looks. 30-minute setup 3, 1 hour breaking the high. Problem is on this setup 3, you'd go break of this high. 80 points for 80. It's not even a 1-to-1. What? Yeah, I guess we have to wait for 5 here. It's not going to be enough time. Look at NASDAQ, right? Now this is something I've seen in the open, guys. Open does this. If we can break these highs and start to change structure on 1 minute, I might sell from that open sweep. It's a classic open sweep. I feel like market may be like this in London until we get the time shift in London, you know, which is end of this month. You know, until we get time shift in London end of this month, we might get this type of price action. Hi, what do you think about SL being on same candle lows? I see Daniel trades, that's the way he says, and he's profitable. Doesn't seem right. I know you don't like that and it has lower probability. Yeah, I used to lose when I do that because sometimes it flips up and it comes back down and stuff like that, you know. Because everything happens 1 hour earlier, right? You see it kind of making sense now, right? If you think about it like that. It's like they're already pre-adjusting. Now we're going into a bit of like, even though we're getting London open volume, but it's not exactly the same. So I feel like that's what's happened. What did I miss? Nothing. All right, interesting 5-minute candle close coming on NASDAQ here. Check this out. Nice rejection wick. Stop loss above here could survive. Let's see if we can get top wick on next candle to break the low. I'm going to keep that in mind. If it rejects again, that's just boring as hell. Let's see. See if we can get a top wick. Good top wick coming. This could be a short aggressive break even, guys. Breaking the low, stop above here. Literally a 1-to-1. Can give it a shot. On the 1 minute? What do you mean by on the 1 minute? It's a 5-minute close. Second soundtrack, you like that soundtrack? Delirious is the classic. You have learned and implemented your trading system. And it has produced consistent results, including passing 4 free trials consecutively. Can this be considered sufficient? 4 free trials. 4 free trials. On what though? On what 4 free trials? See how big stop loss gets though. Still valid unless we start to, I mean now stop loss, how big are we getting now on stop loss? 40 points. It's still okay, 40 points. We still have range. Took this one, broke low. I wanted to see that deep top wick like yesterday. You remember when we waited NASDAQ, the deep top wick? I wanted to see the same thing. It's a classic NASDAQ. Did it yesterday as well, you remember? How NASDAQ came down, broke the low, came back. Same classic pattern. So you need this deep top wick always. That's like a London session, deep top wick, NASDAQ, classic. Same as yesterday. I caught the flu. Oh man, get well soon. Ain't there a daily? This is the daily, this line here. So we close below the daily. Check yesterday. On CFD there is. Let's put this here. Can check CFD. No, this is the daily on CFD. This is the daily here. If you check same time yesterday, I'm gonna show you guys same time yesterday. We had the same thing. So now 5-minute close bullish. I want to delete this. Or should I still keep it? Because 15 is open. Let's see how big stop loss is. 51. 16.45. You're selling daily on futures? I'm not selling daily on futures. This is the daily here. Right here. Where is SL? SL is changing. That's the problem. Now SL was going to be tighter because aggressive SL, we want deep top wick. If we're not using aggressive SL, then top wicks don't matter too much, right? Like let's say you're using SL above the range. like this, then you don't have to. But we didn't want to use a 50-point SL, which is why I'm not really comfortable taking this right now, because it's 42 points. It's literally a 1-to-1 for max target, which there is range, but I just don't like how we're not getting volume here. I don't like that. It's just moving slow, right? Compared to gold here, which is moving with volume. Gold, please. Yeah, I'm looking at gold now. I'm uncomfortable selling lows today. I want to be selling pullbacks. Even though lows have somewhat been working. I mean, you could go ahead and sell this low right now. I want to see how it looks on futures though. Let's see on futures. Do you have bottom wick on futures? We are very close to the daily on futures, just so that. We do have bottom wick on futures. So, I mean, you know, you could sell lows. You could sell lows, but the problem is the time you sell the lows is the time it reverses. Like, I want to be selling pullbacks. Like, I really want to be selling pullbacks. Yeah, I really want to be selling pullbacks. Yeah, it makes more sense. It's just one of those tough ones, you know? So you think Harry, it's stupid to take NAS? It might just shot even if it's a bit aggressive? I think waiting for the deep top wick is nice, but look, both ways you would have been stopped out here. Both ways. So I don't know, it's like that London trend is very common. You know, that London trend is something we see happen a lot, where London opens, breaks the low, and then you go second break. I've rarely seen it break one time and then just drive. It's normally second break on NASDAQ after London open. It's just something I've noticed happens all the time. But you know, NAS just doesn't have volume. Like, you probably get away with it, you know. We had a top wick, yeah, but it likes, like, look, this was the top wick before it broke. Like, that's it. It wants to do this big drive. Then it tries. You know? It's not crazy, but it's just NASDAQ in London right now, man. It's a very difficult pair to trade right now. You have to be, like, cautious 1,000,000%. You know? Like, I'll tell you, if we are... Yeah, man. If we are in heavy volume time, if you do this in New York, I would tell you, no doubt, man. Take that position 100 times. This is only specific to what we're seeing in London. You do this on gold, no problem. Take it 100 times. Like, you probably get away with gold right now, you know, more than you'd get away with NAS, you know? Yeah, I need pullbacks on gold, guys. I need pullbacks on gold. That's the way I'm gonna enter right now. Will you be doing live trading in NY session? I do it in private group if I do it. You saw my Discord message? Which one? Bro, I've been getting so many DMs. If I don't see your DMs, just like so many people are DMing me right now. So just bump it up, man. Just bump it up. If I didn't see it. Is it in DM or is it in the group? Oh, okay, I'll check. Yeah, I'm not seeing too much now, guys. We need pullbacks on gold. Overall, it's a London session gave continuation here, which is rare after such a heavy push down. The only way to enter this continuation is take a bit of an impulsive entry, breaking these lows. And then you ignore this 5-minute support, which is hard to do. It's hard to do that. I was really hoping this 5-minute to close bearish, then we could take more continuation. As I said, I don't want to sell the lows because this is what I'm scared of. The time I press sell, it reverses. I really don't like that. DAX as well tried to fake out here. It's trying to fake out at the moment. It's just messy, man. Check out DAX. Big rejection of 4,700. Doesn't mean it has to be big, no, but we're at one of our zones, right? That 4 hour. We're close to it. So hopefully we can get a position maybe tomorrow. Otherwise, we need to wait for this daylight saving time. You know, London is just a little bit non-clean here, man. So you just have to stay patient. It's better than losing. Just stay patient, man. Stay patient. Give yourself one shot a day. Take it with times of volume. It's going to be better. And then boom, you get some results, you know, slowly by slowly. It's just, we can't adjust market conditions. We're going through huge attacks in the Middle East and uncertainty, and coming to session after 1,000 pip pushes and confusion about continuation. It's not easy. So let's see what ends up happening. We'll take it from there. And yeah, appreciate you guys as always. Take care. Speak to you guys soon. Much love. And have a good rest of your day. Any updates of NY trade stuff, I'll post it in the Telegram, in the group, so you guys can see that. Much love and peace. Cheers, guys. Cheers. See you.